Today we're in Snowden Grove Park, South Haven, Mississippi. And we'll talk a little bit about this trike. I affectionately named this channel Star Trike. And the trike I named after my wife. So this is the USS Gitchy. It is a triot rather. Excuse my southern slip. Made by Mr. Martin Rasmussen, brilliant engineer. Spent a lot of time designing this thing. The thing's basically made like a tank. And whenever we stop, I'll show you the actual chain that's hidden inside the frame. So it doesn't get dirty or caught on anything. Completely sealed up. Stays lubed. Lasts virtually forever. Has suspension like a race car, 2 leaf springs on each side with air shocks that you adjust for your weight. The back has a coil-over spring. Thing's got about 4 inches of travel. I have velocity rims, special hubs, and heavy-duty spokes. But it's a heavy trike. It's not something you're going to pick up over your head. And you'll see the modifications. Probably already have in one of my other videos. But I grew up with a love for science fiction. Star Trek, Star Wars, Lost in Space. Yes, I'm old. Buck Rogers, all those things. And I guess those what enticed me to go into the Air Force. So I'm a veteran. All that being said, to relate that there's a heavy science focus on the trike itself, so it is the illusion of a starship. It has warp nacelles, power modulators. At night, it is really something. I get stopped so many times, people wanting to take pictures. And that's fine with me, love it. Like to be able to share. There's some friendly geese. Come in to eat the bugs. And that's what this channel will be partly about. It's how we modify the trike to get its look. These are all things that you can do at home. Most of the modifications are done from everyday things and some supplies from Lowe's and Home Depot. Most of the fabrication of the canopy, the backpacks, not backpacks, the back part is all made out of foam, type of insulation foam that you put in walls. This we sourced from Lowe's and Home Depot. What I did was cover that foam after I got it into the shape that I wanted to, with window screen. And then covered the window screen with glue. And that gave it a rigid form. So it's very solid and self-supported. You can see all my controls and screens that hang by it without causing it any detriment. I do have dual camera systems, front and rear, that can see everything. I have the Insta360 that you're watching this on. It's monitored by that camera monitor over there. The front and rear systems are monitored over here, along with the GPS and the map displays. And this phone over here, it's my telephone and stereo controls. Yes, it has a stereo in the back, which, if you've ever been on a trike, that's one of the freedoms that I think that make it really special. Is, well, I'm getting a red alert. Is that you can modify it. You can make it yours. That's part of the fun. A lot of people say, why do you do this to a trike? Because I can. It's mine. And I do what I want to with it. Morning. Morning. Because that's what I enjoy doing. If it's raining outside, I'm in my shed working on the trike. If it's nice out, I'm out riding it. And that brings us to the second part of this chapter. And that is getting veterans involved in something that they can put their mind into. Use some of that skill that you got in the military, which is what I do. I was an electronic warfare system specialist in countermeasures. So all the LEDs, the fabrication, everything I pull from the skills from the military and from my father, who always had a project at home to do. So I inherited that ability, and I borrowed from a man I've seen on YouTube before. If you can't be handsome, you can at least be handy. And I try to be handy. My wife counsels me to fix everything. So, we kind of got it off the subject there, but I do want to try to help veterans find something to invest their time, their interest. I have tinnitus, really bad. I hear constant buzzing in my head, and the worst thing you can do is be somewhere quiet. You gotta have some noise, something to keep your attention away from it. And I have found that some sort of white noise, or like you're hearing now, this beeping stuff from the Star Trek displays, really helps. And mean paying attention to that sound all the time. So that's what I encourage my brothers in arms. Find something to get you involved in life. Find something that you can work on, that you can piddle with, that you can use your mind instead of sitting there dwelling on what's wrong. You gotta, I guess I should explain that too, is I've been a nurse for 34 years after the military and retired. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. I have a background in corrections and mental health nursing and emergency room. So this is not medical advice, it's just from my personal experience from working all these years and experiencing the symptoms myself. And just to be quite honest, folks, to you out there listening, PTSD is a bitch. I had a bad problem of dissociation where I would just sit for hours thinking I was there for minutes because I had nothing to do but sit and think. And it's absorbing. So if I can help some fellows, veterans, into finding something they can put their mind to, something they can find interest in, like triking or building, working on everything. It's so pleasurable. It's how you can spend your time instead of worrying about the past. That becomes so debilitating, to be quite honest. So if you know someone who's a veteran, who's having difficulties, or that's you, subscribe to my channel. We're going to do things together. We're going to work on trikes. We're going to design things. We're going to do modifications. And then we're going to ride places and meet other people. There's a group here in Memphis. I'm just outside of Memphis, Tennessee. And there's a group here that rides trikes. And I just met some friends on Facebook that are in Arkansas. Morning. And we're planning on connecting up with them. And during the summer, we may take a few trips to other interesting places and meet other interesting people. We'll try to do a few interviews with them, see how they cope with life, how they deal with their problems, and what solutions they might have, because they could have a different outlook than we do. So it'd be interesting to grab all those facts. Hello, geese. And try to come up with solutions that might fit different people. I mean, you never know what works. Maybe catch somebody. I know I have as a nurse, and especially in behavioral health and corrections, that just talking sometimes to someone, you never know when just talking to someone can make a huge difference to that person. Because you don't know when was the last time anybody talked to them. Usually when someone's having difficulty, nobody wants to talk to them. But really, I would say listen. 90%, I think, is being a good active listener. I know that YouTube is kind of one-sided. I don't get to listen to you, but you can comment. And I will answer your comments. And you can give feedback. Positive, negative. I don't care. It's your opinion. I promise you, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I've been called everything you can think of in prison. You won't come up with anything new that I haven't heard. You gotta learn to let that stuff, and it's hard. Someone's in your face calling you everything in the book. It's hard till you've learned to cope with it. And just let that roll off your back like you didn't even hear it. I think it's a lot to do with life. Can't let other people's opinions affect you so much. Because in the end of the day, what does their opinion matter? Is it going to change your life? Because if it does, that's on you. That's not them. They already gone and forgot about you. So, don't let other people have that kind of power over you. Sorry, I'm getting into my nursing mode. My psych nurse here. We're supposed to be talking about trikes.